Welcome, me Herman here. So first a quick disclaimer. I was recording the first part of the video and then stood up for some reason and accidentally kicked the power cord off my computer and it corrupted the video file, so I've had to redo the first part of this live. But I think in the second part of the live I referenced something that happened in the first, but you're not going to see it because that was corrupted. So, alright, so onto this team. I think a while back, we played a Jolly Giratina. We lost to a Jolly Giratina. So I thought, hey, we should try this. Looks kind of fun. So Dragon Claw, we have Dragon Claw, Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak, and Stone Edge. Poltergeist only works if your opponent has an item, so we don't have like knockoff anywhere. But Giratina's cool. Ghost is actually my favorite type. That's why Morty is my avatar. And then we have a specially defensive Necrozma without knockoff. We have Assault Vest Palkia. So I wanted Dragon Tail because like Calm Mind Kyogre can be a bit difficult. So yeah, I didn't think Lustrous Orb was so great for this set anymore. And Assault Vest boosts your special defense, so sounds great. We have especially defensive Yveltal with Sucker Punch, Foul Play, Roost, and Taunt. This team doesn't have a Choice Scarfer, so we have a bit of priority. We have Sucker Punch on Yveltal and Shadow Sneak on Giratina. We have a physically defensive Xerneas. It isn't Sleep Talk, but I really kind of like all these moves. And I think you can sort of rest and wake up in a really slow game. And then we have a Pokemon I really don't use much, Zygarde. It has Glare, 1,000 Arrows, Rest, and Coil. Maybe I should run Substitute over something, over like Rest. But we have Aromatherapy on Xerneas to wake it up. You know, just glares things, which is good for this team because this team isn't very fast. Actually, this team is incredibly slow. I guess, yeah, Palkia is the fastest thing, and then Giratina at 90. Alright, so that's the team, and I'll be back with the first game. Alright, and we're back against Chicken Sandwich Man here. Oh, so this Zacian's a problem. So one of the problems with this team is that it only has one fairy resist. That's this. So that's not great. Red card, really. I'm just gonna glare. Interesting. Foil here? I don't think so. This thing could try and knock itself out. I guess I could go to Giratina and avoid that. But then the Zacian comes in. Oh, Zacian's going to be a mess. And Xerneas is really my only way of dealing with Yveltal efficiently. So I think we just attack what's in front of us. It's probably going to go for... Okay, well, did that. That's fine. This Zacian is going to come in, and I'm going to be hard-pressed to find a switch in. Luckily, my opponent... Oh, my opponent goes into Kyogre. That's interesting. And Water Spouts. Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. We get to go into Palkia and click Thunder. And that's going to do... Yeah, that's definitely Specs. As you can see from the damage. And I'm Assault Vest, and that's a 4x resist. So, oh, it just gives me the Kyogre. I guess it's paralyzed now. So not really worth keeping. Opponent goes into Regieleki. I'm just going to click Surf here. Wild Charge. Oh! I lost my Zygarde. That was not smart. But luckily we have Giratina here. And my opponent's... do I sneak here? My opponent might Volt Switch. into probably Yveltal. So I could Dragon Claw or I could Sneak. I think I'm gonna Sneak. Oh, my opponent just hard switched out. So, yeah, I wasn't sure what it was gonna do. And that's what it did. But my opponent can't really guard against Xerneas at all. Knockoff comes out here. These things definitely have Taunt. It didn't Taunt. I don't know why it didn't Taunt. Taunt was definitely the play, I think. But it doesn't really make much of a difference. Alright, now I'm going to click Moonblast. Go into Giratina. And click Poltergeist. Because my opponent cannot guard against Poltergeist at all. And I'm relatively bulky. I'm a Giratina. Goes for Assurance. But I didn't take damage this turn. And I'm not assured. I don't know. I'm gonna click Poltergeist again, because if my opponent like Swords Dances, that could be problematic. I don't want to allow my opponent to Swords Dance on a Shadow Sneak. My opponent just goes for Play Rough. This gives me Necrozma, and allows me to go for, I guess, Sunsteel Strike. Yeah, because Calyrex can't take 2. Now I think Yveltal wins. And my opponent really wasn't much for switching. So we beat this hyper offense, this mindless hyper offense, even though we maybe misplayed sacking our Zygarde, but it was nice to keep Palkia healthy, in case my opponent had been switching around with the Kyogre. Yep, I don't think there's much my opponent can do here, as my opponent goes for a Nasty Plot. It is not going to save you, my dude. Now Sucker Punch will take it out. Give my opponent Nasty Plots again. Okay, oh. I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch again. Yep, got him. Okay, that got spicy. I probably should have just foul played twice. Alright, that's the game, and I'll get another one. Alright, and we're back. I made my opponent wait for a bit. Just a little rude. One of the biggest threats to this team is Ditto copying Xerneas and sweeping my incredibly fairy weak team. So, yeah, gotta watch out for that. I would really like my rocks here. But I feel like I thought Yveltal was going to be the lead. Well, I'm physically defensive, so, and this thing is a big threat, and unfortunate miss for my opponent. This guy's 1558, quite high. Dang, that does a lot. But this is free rocks, about as free as they come. Now we have a Bizdep Xerneas, like I said, basically for this thing. And also for support and defog. You know, it just does the things. And we like it for doing the things. Okay, Zacian comes in. Oh, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. Oh my God, are you serious? That would have done so much. Alright, my opponent goes for Play Rough. I'm just gonna have to Moonlight here. Even this Zacian's pretty strong. Not as strong as the other one, but still pretty strong. Ugh, that's so annoying. I've done so much damage. And we're a pretty slow team. Like, I have nothing that outspeed this naturally. And I don't have a Choice Scarfer, which might be a problem, but we'll see. I wonder if my opponent's calcing how much Crunch does. No, just switches into Yveltal hard. Probably looking to defog, which is fine, I guess. What did I paralyze? Did I paralyze anything? No. Okay, so this is probably defensive. So I'm gonna go into Zygarde, my own Zygarde, and paralyze something, I guess. Glare is so much better than Thunder Wave. Oh, thank you. You know, Glare is just so much better than Thunder Wave because it's 100% accurate. Yep, that was not surprising. I could Glare again, predicting a switch out, because we kind of set up on this. But I don't want to give that Darmanitan like a free switch in. Really, nothing switches into this very well. Seishan comes in, great, lovely. We get some lovely damage. Yeah, I kind of expected a switch there, so I could have. Oh my god, are you serious? So what I'm gonna do here is go for rocks. I know that looks weird because this thing's such a threat. But I think after one more Life Orb hit, it's gonna be in range of a Veltal and Giratina. So yeah, I mean, look, it's like down to 2 more Life Orb hits. Right? And now I'm gonna go into Yveltal, and I can just click Sucker Punch. If they go into their own Yveltal, I can taunt it. So this works out quite well. It's not gonna live Stealth Rocks. Yep, here comes their own Yveltal. And now I get to go for Taunt to prevent my opponent from defogging these rocks. My opponent has 2 Mons at 7%. That's kind of funny that they're both at 7. Oh. But what do I do about this Yveltal? So I could switch and go into Xerneas. But I don't want that weakened, so I think we're just gonna kind of wear this thing down, so to say. I just cannot let this thing get a defog off. And if I go into Xerneas and I get like paralyzed like a bunch of times, that would stink. Yeah, no way I'm letting you defog. No way. Yeah, that's fine. This thing's a giant threat. Oh, it's leftovers. Oh, it's defensive. Hits me, doesn't take me out. Foul play is going to do a lot. That's fine. Yveltal did great. Now we have a Palkia that is faster. And my opponent doesn't really have much of a switch in. For this. Of course, even if they do get the defog off, what was I going to say? Giratina still has Shadow Sneak, so that priority, very nice. Although I'd rather not rely on that. So this is funny. All I have is Dragon Tail to hit me with. My opponent could go for Thunder. I think I'm going to go for my own Dragon Tail. Yeah, I kind of predicted a Thunder there. I didn't want to go hard into Xerneas. So now, if Yveltal comes in, hopefully, this should be strong. Yeah, hopefully we hit. We hit. Lucky us. So that knocks out like 2 Pokemon right there. It's nice. Now this Zygarde comes in, and we don't like this thing. I gotta say. I'm gonna go for Surf here. Try and prevent this thing from getting behind a sub. Opponent goes for Glare. Alright, that's not surprising. I feel it's going to be hard to beat physically defensive Xerneas. Like, this thing is going to need like a lot of hacks. I would say. So yeah, that did very little. Still have my leftovers, which is great. So again, we're sort of worried about that Ditto coming in. But it's gonna take rocks. This is lovely. See, even if I aromatherapy, then he just glares me the next turn. So my opponent doesn't have rest. So he basically has to hope for paralysis hacks. I've already got a ton of them. I kind of would like to not be in this thing, if that makes sense. When I knock this out. Oh my god, Xerneas, come on. Kind of rather be in, anything else. So my opponent can sub here. Oh, I thought they would sub. Okay, so now the Ditto is going to come in, which is a bit of a problem, but is at 18%. So I believe Shadow Sneak will take this out. I hope to God Shadow Sneak will take this out. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Yes, Gristius or boosted Shadow Sneak takes this out. So, nice job, Giratina. I like to see the Pokemon that I built this team around put in work, and that was clutch. Okay, I think I'll be back with another one. So, because I'm doing the first part second, this is going to be the last battle. And I think we just got Jambat. Although he's pretty low. But MVP Jam, I'm pretty sure that's Jambat. And Jambat's rocking a Zamazenta. I think I saw him using this before. This thing's a big threat. I think Xerneas will be pretty good against it, but Xerneas is going to be pressured by Zygarde. Leads. What don't I want to switch into? Probably this or this. Yeah, probably that or that. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to give Necrozma a free rocks. And those are pretty free rocks. Okay, yeah, this is definitely Jam. Yeah, Dynamax Cannon comes out. Nice crit. Zygarde's coming in here. So we'll go into Xerneas. And now go into our own Necrozma. Wait, no, I think we just attack what's in front of us. Yep, got him. So that giant threat is taken care of. Although there are many more, we could say. This really looks like rocks. Do I really want rocks? I don't know. How am I going to deal with this thing? This could be good for Veltal. Zygarde is good for Veltal too. I think we go this. My opponent goes Calyrex. Or I think Jam goes Calyrex. Yeah, I don't think my opponent, Jam was expecting that. I'm just gonna glare this thing. Yeah, trick was pretty obvious. Now they have a very, very slow Calyrex. Probably would have taken me out there, but trick was so obvious. Well, now my opponent has a whole Zamazenta. Just gonna click Foul Play. Okay. Turnus comes in. This is the Meteor Beam set. I think he used this team in a video. Also, he didn't say anything back. Rude. I could go look the video up, but I don't think I need to. Like, oh, that was delicious. The question is rocks or not to rocks? That is the question. I think he likes bulky Eternatus. So I'm gonna click rocks. Then I'm gonna go into, I think it's Zygarde. Zygarde's choice specs, which isn't great. I'll probably end up sacking Zygarde eventually. You know, quickly. This thing is almost certainly defensive, so I don't think it's going to be weakness policy. Let's see how much this does. 62, and Jam gets off the Thunder Wave. We are doing a lot. Even if I can put it in Shadow Sneak range. Alright, I want to beat Jam. So, how much is Shadow Sneak gonna do? Bizdef. Giratina. We're Jolly. If Poltergeist is doing 60, this thing is Bidef. Shadow Sneak is going to do about 20 min. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. If we don't get paralyzed here. Oh wow, that was a roll and a half. We can sneak. Hopefully don't get paralyzed here, of course. But yeah, so Giratina putting in the work. Wait, is it not Jam? Because Jam is MTV Jam, right? I'm confused. I don't know if this is Jam. I think this is Jam's team. But I think I saw him use this team. I did. Okay, so a defensive Yveltal comes out. Do I even save this? I kind of like having a what's it called? A fighting immunity when my opponent has a Zamzameta. Snarl. Okay, Snarl. Snarl is a thing. We can just glare here. Yep. My opponent can go into Calyrex if they want. But oh, I'm locked in, I forgot. Into Veltal, I guess we go. Okay, I gotta remember that. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Into Xerneas on the triple switch or whatever. Eternatus. Okay, so this thing almost certainly has, what's it called? The move. The annoying move. The Sludge Bomb move. And with only Mystical Fire, it really can't touch Necrozma. Yep, my special attack drops. I don't really care. I'm definitely going to Moonlight. My opponent goes into Calyrex. Probably to heal off the Yveltal, I would imagine. Not much else they can do. I wonder what the coverage move is. It's Astral Barrage and something. I think it's gonna. Yveltal's gonna come in here. Although it could be Zamzameta or Eternatus. Well, I switch into Eternatus all day, every day. So, yeah, getting Xerneas in here and getting rid of this Toxic is pretty nice. I don't think this thing has Taunt if it has Snarl and Defog. And I have a whiny dog in the background if you can hear her. So great. Get rid of that poison on Xerneas, which is nice, because again, fighting check here. I kind of predicted double, but yeah, but why do I care? Yeah, my opponent's not really getting much of anywhere. Okay, I mean that was kind of somewhere. But now my opponent doesn't defend against this. Eternatus is going to take 1,000,000. Or a bit. Bid is not a million. Recover. Okay, so this is very defensive. I think we just T-Wave. My opponent only has 6 aromatherapies left, so that's no longer going to be a viable... Never mind. We're going to miss, because awesome. That is like my least favorite thing about Gen 8. Kind of want to keep this healthy, but don't think this thing can do much to me. I think Eternatus is coming in. I'm just going to click Foul Play here. And there's an Eternatus. So what's the last move? Is it Toxic? Is it Sludge Bomb? I think my opponent... Okay, stop doing that. Are you really getting anywhere? So... Okay. We're kind of right back where we started. Are you gonna triple switch? There's no hazards up. Zamazameta comes in. So does what? Probably clicks Crunch if I had to guess. I think, yep. Because obviously I have an Yveltal. And now we click Moonblast on the Eternatus coming in. It's gonna recover. And then this should give us a chance to go into... I think Palkia is probably faster than this, but not considerably. I think this gives us a chance to go into Necrozma and try and get off a Thunder Wave on anything. So that's good. Like that. I'm gonna set up rocks here. Okay. That happened. My opponent Jam could go for close combat. I think this is the time to go to Giratina up. My opponent went to Yveltal. I lied. That sucks. Alright. Into Zygarde. I really don't see how we lose this game. Like, it's gonna take a while. For obvious reasons. But... I kinda... Oh, heck, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting this thing is choice specs. Alright, well, if I'm really dumb, maybe we can lose. There's always that. Okay, my opponent goes for aromatherapy. You got, like, how many more of those? Eternatus comes in, of course. I guess we just have to waste all the aromatherapies here. Because my opponent's team is just too fast. Like, fast, and I'm not really that fast. So Necrozma comes in. Toxic is its last move. Okay, so it doesn't have Poison move, which is good to know. Again, Thunder Wave. Force the Calyrex to aromatherapy and MVP Jam Forfeits. Alright, good game to my opponent, and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back against this guy, South Park. I really like South Park. IRL. Let's see. So this Glastrier looks really scary. Melmetal kind of too. I think usually people lead with their Palkia. So I think against that, I guess I'll lead a Yveltal. Probably a solid lead either way. I don't really want to be Toxic tier. And I have a Spadef Necrozma. Okay, Toxic Spikes, that's fine. My opponent has no ground type. So there's the Thunder Wave, and there are the rocks. Kind of wish I had knockoff on Yveltal for the Ho-Oh. but I don't because I have Poltergeist on Giratina, right? So it doesn't make much sense to have a knockoff and Poltergeist. They kind of don't work well together. Here, I think I'm just gonna glare, I guess. Paralyze more things. Okay, that did a lot, but at least we get our form. And I do have rest, so I'm gonna go for that now. Well, Brave Bird, Toxic. I think I am just gonna go for rest. Yeah, and that does considerably less. We can kind of set up on this thing. I think I'm gonna burn some sleep turns. Yeah, there we go. Is this thing boots? Yeah, so it's boots Calyrex. It's not so scary. Necrozma is going to be really overworked this game. Actually, now that Eternatus is paralyzed, I think we're in good shape. So my opponent goes for Swords Dance. This could be... Oh no, it's Boots. I was like, it could be Weakness Policy. But it's clearly not Weakness Policy. And we live. Calyrex Ice usually like Trick Room. But this one obviously not. Or, wait, does that make sense? This one it probably is, but not Weakness Policy. I guess I'm gonna try and heal up my Necrozma. Hopefully get a paralyzed paralysis. Paralyzed paralysis. Yeah, hopefully get a paralysis, and if not, just waste some Sacred Fires. I mean, otherwise this thing is kind of dead. So, yep, there we go. Got a decent paralysis. This thing isn't completely useless now. Another paralysis. Do I burn another sleep turn? Yeah, I think I burned another sleep turn. So my opponent is having trouble with paralysis. This is what Zygarde does. I don't know why a Melmetal is a switch-in. I'm a little worried about Ice Punch here, though. But what exactly is my switch into an Ice Punch? Not much. I could go to Palkia, theoretically. I mean, this is going to be good for dealing with Ho-Oh. I think... Might Bash. I think Palkia covers both Double Iron Bash and Ice Punch. Oh, but I am minus defense nature. Oh my god. That's not good. That did a lot. Yeah. So... let's see here. I think I'm actually going to make an interesting play. I'm going to go for... oh no. I thought I had Spatial Run again. But I don't have Spatial Run. Because that would do enough damage to probably put the what's it called, the Melmetal in range of another 1,000 arrows. So now I'm gonna go for Thunder. My opponent turns out looks like to be, yeah, no, definitely is Choice Scarf to Veltal, which is interesting. And back in comes this Ho-Oh. It's at 99. I guess this is sort of a Giratina live, so I may as well show off Giratina here. And we're just going to go for Stone Edge. It hits his whole team at least neutrally. So that's good. And if he goes into like Eternatus, I can just follow that up with the Dragon Claw. So this Giratina Set is really cool, and Levitate is not a terrible ability. So my opponent goes into Veltal and just drops, so that's nice. Opponent doesn't have much for this, so the Calyrex is not gonna live. Eternatus might live a Dragon Claw. Like 339 is not amazing attack. My opponent could go, yeah, this thing. In which case, I think I'm just gonna... Oh, I could go into a Veltal. But I think I'm just gonna sack Necrozma. Sort of done its job. Okay, oh, Trick Room. Alright, so now we just, waste some Trick Room. Oh, I'm slower. Oh, that does nothing. That's hilarious. Okay, so, yeah. Interesting Trick Room Palkia. But Necrozma is, I think, like, base 77 speed or whatever. So it's 190. So it's, like, minimal investment. So that's good. Yeah, this thing is not like Life Orb or anything, so I don't think it's much of a threat. I think what I'm gonna do here is go into Xerneas and then click Moonblast. My opponent can't really guard against that. I could defog here. No, let's defog. Okay. Well, that works. And Eternus doesn't have too many more chances to set up Toxic Spikes. And I do have, okay, well, he disagrees. My opponent disagrees. I'm gonna Aromatherapy off my team here. And I don't know what this... Oh, it's Sludge Bomb. Wow, a Toxic Spike Sludge Bomb. So usually they are, one or the other. So that's interesting. So it's Recover. Dragon move or not? I wonder. I think I'm gonna go into Giratina and scout for the Dragon move by going into a Veltal. Do Toxic Spikes really matter? I mean, a little bit for my Zygarde. Alright, that was not hacks I wanted. Did not want that hacks. As my opponent continues to get paralyzed, and that's why we click it. Sludge Bomb, and of course gets the. Is that like Specs? Because I don't see an item, and that's doing a lot. I'm like especially defensive, and this thing's at -1. I have a feeling that was Specs. So it's probably like Specs plus Toxic Spike, so 3 attacks Toxic Spikes if I had to guess. But now I think Zygarde almost wins, and Giratina almost wins. Okay, so my opponent goes for Brave Bird, that's fine. Trying to maybe save this. Can't hurt. Might not work. Kinda worked. Alright, now I'm gonna click Foul Play, get off a lot of damage. Takes me out, but takes itself out, so that's good. I had enough health to knock it out with Recoil. My opponent has a Calyrex and a slow, paralyzed Palkia. So I think that Giratina here is just going to clean up the game. So very cool to see Giratina doing something. I figured this will knock it out. It stinks that your only options for like physical dragon moves are Dragon Claw, which is pretty weak, and then Outrage, which locks you in. There's really no mid-ground. This guy kind of has a little Trick Room team set up with the Palkia and the Melmetal and the Calyrex. We're, you know, bulky enough that we're okay against Trick Room. Alright, good game for my opponent, and I will get another one. Okay, so we got a good game here. I'm kind of using a bit of a meme. But my opponent here is whatever, 16 something, and looks like has some nasty hyper offense. So I gotta think about this for a second. Um... Okay, I think I have a plan. Yeah, so I think the first thing is the first thing I do is click Palkia, and I drag and tail this out. So if it Shell Smashes, it loses its boost. If it doesn't Shell Smash, that was the worst thing I could have gotten. I was gonna say, if it doesn't Shell Smash, I broke its sturdy. So that stunk. Oh, that was a crit. Okay, I was a little scared there. Oh, and it's Life Orb. So, not gonna mess around here. Just go and click Thunder Wave immediately. Now I'm gonna click Moonlight. And then I'm gonna go into Xerneas. I expect my opponent to get greedy here and go for a third layer. Or now goes for Shell Smash. Okay, I'm still a Fizdef Xerneas. I'm just gonna click Defog and get at least a couple of these layers away. And then take this Cloyster out with a Moon Blast, no problem. It was good of me to break the Focus Sash, or what I expect is the Focus Sash. So Necrozma comes in. I have a couple options for this. I think I'm gonna go with... could even go with Palkia, actually. This is gonna be useful for Veltal and Kieran Black. I think, actually, I go to Palkia. Because I resist Steel, and my opponent doesn't have the greatest switch-ins to Palkia. And I really just want, yeah, big damage. Yeah, Sunsteel Strike is not gonna take me out. Earthquake does, though. That's annoying. Crud. So Sunsteel Strike, Earthquake, and something. Maybe a Psychic move? I'm just gonna click Foul Play here. Okay. Bye. It ran away. Here's this Yveltal. Again, Xerneas is good for this and can get rid of these Spikes. This thing may be Taunt. Yeah, it's Taunt, but I didn't really lose a turn too much there. The Necrozma is extremely weakened. 2-7. I'm still not sure I outspeed, because I'm like 0 speed. Roost here. Yeah, Roost here. And if I can, I'm gonna get Taunt off on this Yveltal. They're usually Taunt when they are... Okay, that sucks. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, they're usually Taunt when they are... Nice crit. Well deserved. When they're on like a hyper offense team like this. Alright, this is getting very annoying. I'm gonna click Foul Play again on the predicted Taunt, and then on the Roost, I'm gonna go into Xerneas and just click Moonblast, because my opponent can't guard against that at all. Yeah, this Yveltal's annoying. But I think we just dealt with it. Yep. Predicted. And now my opponent has no switch-ins. Yeah, I kind of expected the Taunt. So that's gone. I'm kind of not happy this is a... what's it called? I'm kind of not happy that this has been weakened. I kind of wanted this for Kieran Black. What do I have for this thing? I guess Necrozma. I can't switch in Necrozma too many times on Play Rough plus Spike. So now the question is, what do I click? I think it's just Sunsteel Strike. I'm not too worried about this Groudon because I have I have a Giratina and I have a Zygarde. So which one do I want to go into here? I think Zygarde, right? I mean, you know, both are good. Actually, I think Giratina. Okay, well, oh, that was awesome. Cool switch, bro. Well, now I feel I can go into this because... Alright, now we lose. So my opponent crits me with Crunch. So that's it. Good game, my opponent. I'll get another one. Alright, and we're back, and we're against more brainless offense here, but this guy's not as highly rated. I'm just going to lead Necrozma on Tapu Lele. So this turned out great. My opponent goes for Shadow Ball, but we have Prism Armor, and we don't care. We don't give a hoot. Now my opponent goes into Kyogre. I like that I have a ground type because Thunder is less appealing, and Ice Beam. When Ice Beam on Necrozma, okay, my opponent goes for Thunder and gets the immediate Parahacks. Then goes into Dracovish. Obvious water move is obvious, but not like I have a good switch in. Yeah, not really. Would be nice to not be paralyzed, but what can you do? Guess we just surf here. Yeah, no Sticky Web for my opponent. Kyogre comes back in. Goes for Ice Beam. My opponent can't really guard against Xerneas, so I'm just gonna go into Xerneas and click buttons. Yeah, that's gonna... Wow, oh, that's Specs. Oh, well, now it's less of a threat. Again, my opponent really has no switch in to Xerneas. Like, Calyrex is not the bulkiest thing. And we get a nice special attack drop. So many aggressive doubles. Let's see. I sucker this. Yeah, I think I go for a Sucker Punch here. The Fishious Wren does less because... I wonder if this is Scarfed. Because it only does a lot of damage when it goes first. So my opponent will be able to take me out here. But my opponent is definitely in range of Shadow Sneak. So we'll go for that. So we take that out. Darmanitan comes in. Necrozma's a bit weakened. I think Zygarde's the weakest link, so I'm just gonna sack it. Now go into Necrozma. And I'm gonna click... I don't want to click Rocks. Is that the play? Or is it Thunder Wave? I think it's Thunder Wave. Yeah, because if this comes in... Well, now I'm not faster. That might have been a misplay. This is faster, though. So as long as this can't, like, take me out, and it gets paralyzed, I get my Xerneas in safely, and we get a Moonblast off. My opponent, I guess, can go into Specs Kyogre, and then go for something. If it goes for a Water move and takes me out, I can go into Giratina and just click Poltergeist, and my opponent misses. So I click Poltergeist, and that takes out the Kyogre. Now Darmanitan comes in. I think we just sneak for damage, but it's not gonna bite. I was just bitten. Now I'm gonna Poltergeist. What are those rolls? 317. Alright, I'm just gonna go for Sunsteel Strike, and we win. Okay, so I didn't even know Darmanitan got Bite, but that's cool. Alright, I'll get another one. Alright, and we're back against this guy who's 1373, or Flannery, this Flannery. My opponent has an interesting looking team. It's like Trick Room in the middle, really fast, not very fast, kind of in the middle. So, they often lead with, I've seen these things being sashed, is what I'm trying to say. So I think I'm going to lead Xerneas. Yep. Because I resist the dual stab, and I'm not weak to, what's it called? The thing. Triple Axle, which is a bit scary. So, Porygon gets Thunder, attack dropped, whatever. Trick Room. Yeah, I'm just gonna get up rocks. Again, if that Pheromosa is Sash, it's now broken. Now this pain in the butt. Do I need this? Yeah, kind of for the Calyrex. Calyrex Ice is really good. I think I posted on some forums or whatever. You know, this thing is way underrated. And I think I'm... Well, of course I think I'm correct. I think it's underrated. If with everybody bringing Yveltals, you're not going to get much done with a regular Calyrex, usually. Okay, that's super bulky. Super bulky. So this can still live a hit from the Dracovish, although it can't switch in. But now we have a Yveltal in here. I kind of want to take advantage of the switch to Porygon. By going back into Palkia. Yeah. So I have Focus Punch. I think Focus Punch will go before Trick Room, if I'm not mistaken. And do, obviously, massive damage to this Porygon. Oh, my opponent goes for Recover. So, no more Trick Rooming. Trick Rooming? Trick Rooming for my opponent. Oh, he's trying to wear me out of... Oh, I have 32 Focus Punches. I'm not worried about running out of Focus Punches. I wasn't really sure. Yeah, there, my opponent went for Trick Room. Focus Punch is not a move I use much. You know, you see it on, like, Breloom and such, but not much else. Okay, Calyrex comes in. I'm just gonna Dragon Dance. This is actually pretty funny. Get rid of this thing. This Palkia set. I'm liking it. I gotta say. It just did great there. I kinda miss the Dragon Stab, not gonna lie. The Dragon... What, the Spatial Ren? But, oh my god. It lived. But, you know, it's not bad. So, my opponent just gives me a Yveltal. My opponent really didn't have a switch. Glastrier comes in. If I weaken this, then Yveltal's, what is it? Sucker Punch can take it out. And maybe even Giratina's stuff. Oh, we get a crit. I mean, I would have lost this thing, which would have been a problem. Poison Jab from the Pheromosa. Gets a speed boost. Again, I am worried about what's it called? Triple Axle. So I'm just gonna Shadow Sneak here. My opponent goes into Dracovish. I have such trouble with this name. But we're definitely faster, because I doubt this thing would be Choice Scarfed on a Trick Room team. We just take that out. Rayquaza comes in. Rayquaza. Ray comes in. I'm a little scared about letting this thing Dragon Dance. Yeah, or Swords Dance or whatever. So we just stay in, knock it out. And and that'll be the game. Alright, I'll get another one. Alright, I think this is going to be the last one. I think we played this guy sometime. So I recorded this in 2 sessions because it was like getting late. Yeah, and I think we played this guy. 267. Okay. Yeah, so I think we played this guy the last session I was playing, I guess. If that's words. So Sticky Web goes up, but Slurpuff goes down. Yveltal comes in. I think we just go into Xerneas here on whatever. We could just click Moonblast. Okay, Ho-Oh comes in. I am a physically defensive Xerneas, so I'm not really too scared of what this is going to do. I'm just going to click Defog here. Iron Head. That is quite surprising. I just was Iron Headed by a Ho-Oh. Okay, well now this is still good for Yveltal. I think I'm going to get out of here. Go into Zygarde and start doing annoying Zygarde things. Up, it went for Sacred Fire. So that's fine. Again, just do annoying Zygarde things. I really haven't been very impressed with Zygarde this live. Usually when I play against it, it's a giant nuisance. But gotta say, it hasn't really done the best. It's a little too slow. Though it really does shut down Ho-Oh pretty hard. Eternatus comes in. I'm a little worried about the Meteor Beam set. Truthfully. I think I'm just gonna go for rocks. Yeah, Ho-Oh is pretty obvious. And eventually the Ho-Oh is gonna get paralyzed. And yeah, I don't know why you'd have Iron Head. Seems like a weird thing to have. Okay, so Eternatus could come in here. Do I care? Well, I can't really touch it, so yeah, I think we just go for... Wow! Is that thing, like, specially defensive? Or, especially defensive. Is it Saltfast? Wow, I'm losing it. Calyrex comes in, and I don't mind that. Takes me out, and I don't mind that. Turns out to be Life Orb, which is cool. I have a whole Yveltal. And my opponent goes for sub. I don't know why people do this. I mean, I guess you're expecting Sucker Punch or something. But, yeah. And that's not going to kill. So, knock out the Calyrex. Eternatus comes back in. Okay, I'm a little nervous about, again, that cannon thing. I think I just click Sucker Punch here. Get off as much damage as I can. Yep, there's the Meteor Beam. As I predicted. So, what we do here is we slow this thing down. Oh, that did nothing. And then we can finish it off with Xerneas plus Giratina. I don't think I need this for too much else. Wait. I say that, and then Xerneas comes in and sweeps my team because I have, like, one Fairy Resist. I think that happened earlier in this live. So yes, gonna be smart. Gonna switch into Xerneas. That's good. Now I'm gonna go into. I'm thinking about what I want the Ditto to turn into. Oh my god, I need that for a Yveltal. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I really needed that. Oh my god. What? A punt? Okay, switch. Sack, Necrozma. Can I pull this back? Oh, we could have lived one. Oh, my opponent gets cocky, goes for, Oblivion Wing, thinking it's gonna knock me out. Doesn't. Okay, so Sucker Punch is a wee bit scary, I'll say that. I'm really worried about this Ditto copying one of my dragons and sweeping me. I really messed this up. So am I gonna be faster? Yeah, so I'm gonna be faster. I'm gonna coil once, hopefully live this hit. Okay. And now I'm gonna click 1,000 arrows. Ugh, not enough. Alright, good. Because now I'm gonna get my form. Yep, I have my form now. And I can just rest on the Sucker Punch. And I think we got this in the bag. Barely. Yeah, so Zygarde, just so much HP. I don't think I have any special defense EVs. Oh, well, I coiled again. But now I expect my opponent to not Sucker Punch. Yeah, there we go. And now we can paralyze the Ditto. Alright, so I'm a dumbass, and I sacked my Xerneas when I really shouldn't have. But we overcame. Alright, and that'll be the game. I mean, that's the one good thing about Zygarde, is Ditto doesn't really revenge it at all. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of the live. And thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments and support. I've been trying to comments and recommendations. I've been trying to implement some of those, like put in this better and speaking better, I guess. So yeah, like and subscribe, and hope everyone has a good day. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.